3, 2, 1. Good morning, afternoon, or evening. This is Idiot Burns, and welcome to Idiot Blog 298. Today is Wednesday. Let me explain to you a little bit what's going on in my life as I do Boeing orientation. I can't tell you about how the orientation goes down and how they train you, but I can tell you a little bit about some aspects of my life. So what happens is I wake up at 5 a.m. and I pop into go mode. I wipe the buck of milk away from my eyes and I crawl away out of bed. As I get up out of bed, it is not my day off. And let me take a second here to mention, you are listening to Andrew Shirley, maker of my wedding ring, Shirley's Woodworks, Etsy.com, out of Fort Bragg, California. Let me give you his address. No, just kidding. Send him some cookies. Sent me a ring. So, yeah, it feels pretty good. This ring is pretty cool. I like it. Now, back to business. What my days are like, I wake up at 5. I head out by 5:30, no later. I get to my parking spot at about 6:30. 6:20 or 6:40, depending on the traffic and the needs of a stop or not. And when I get there, what I do is I kind of sit for a couple minutes, collect myself, I head in, make sure I got everything I need, I head in. I maybe will grab like a napkin from a cafeteria or something, and like a plate. So like anything that I brought with me, I can put in like a little plate, and that's like it. It's like 10 cents or something, and I head out. So when I do that, and I go upstairs, and I just sit there, and we wait for the program to start. And I have a day of training in a room with 100 plus people, a lot of questions, a lot of microphones and talking over a speaker. I like to do that, so I took up a lot of stage space. Every group I was in took first place or second place in one event, but it was cool because I knew the most important answer. And I just shouted it out for the other team to win, since there was no chance for us to win, and points-wise, there was no chance for them to win. Might as well have fun. And I did shout out helpful. It's okay to help the other team. And I did try to help them. So, that being said, they tried to see who was breaking barriers. I didn't quite ascend all the way, but whatever. I did a lot. I impressed some people, I think. That being said, it was just training and orientation of how things go down and what's important and what the priorities and the values are for the company, and what you're going to get and what you get when you stick to those values and you practice safety and what you can get back. Now it's going to begin some training, orientation on training and getting you into the system and documentation and getting you in the workplace and getting you orientated in the workplace. And then I have maybe one day of starting to follow somebody that will start in my beginning of training on Monday. As for getting to work, that's nice. As getting home, it's 3 o'clock traffic. It sucks. Monday and Wednesday, I pick my daughter up on the way home. Adds to the length, adds to the traffic, adds to the whole thing. Best traffic was definitely the day in between. I got to get home quick and have some time to relax and then go to my kids' play at 6. I was getting home at almost 6 this time. Today, I had 2 daughters to pick up, not just one. First day was just 1 daughter. So it's all kinds of crazy stuff. Wednesdays, my other daughter doesn't have school. So then that goes on. Now tomorrow and the next day and then however many weeks I train for my position for will be up north in Everett. And I'm commuting from Spanaway. And it's tough but it's interesting because if I were to leave at 6 o'clock to go up there, I would hit so much traffic that I would barely get through Tacoma at 8. Right? I need to get there at 6. But I'm just saying, theoretically, if I were to be driving at 6, blah, blah, blah. And I think them saying you get there at 6 helps them get people from all over the place. But the thing is, I got to get there at 6. There's a lot of people starting at 6. I need to get there way early. I got to leave at 3:30. Get there at 4:30. If I got to sleep in the car, I sleep in the car. Maybe I'm just fine with that much sleep. I need a fucking 4-pack of Monsters. I need my wife to come up and bring me food with the card. Ha 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 ha. Now my lunch. I got to figure out what my lunch is and what building I'm in so I can get my uncle to come visit me. My Uncle Tom works at Boeing. He said he'll come meet me somewhere. So I'll figure that out. Not to the Boeing system. Just text him or something. I'll let him know tonight the details so he has them in the morning. Or I'll let him know early in the morning so he has the details. I'll double check those in the morning. So I'll wake up so early that I can double check those while I'm just sitting in the car relaxing. No one around me, nothing to interfere. And I'll be 100% clear at the moment in the time. If I don't have the information, I have a very great ability to identify people by going to the door and waiting for somebody I know to identify them and help them. We'll spot them and follow them. That's crazy, but I'll be there so early that if I didn't have my information, I would just stand by the door and wait for somebody I know. And there's 70 or so people that I will know that will have to go through the same doors. I'll at least know the doors. So a lot of it's about what you're going to have to do. Here's the crazy thing. It's 45 minutes or so to park and get into the place where you need to be. And you need to be there 50 minutes early. So you need to be there an hour early, is basically what they're saying. But you need to be more than an hour early. Yeah. You need to be there at 4:30 or earlier. So you need to leave at 3:30. That's an hour away in that time of the day. But if I were to leave at 6, I wouldn't even get to Tacoma at 8. And then I'd be in Bellevue at 9. And then I wouldn't even be in Everett until 10. And it would be like 10:45 or 11 when I'd be rolling in. And they'd be going to lunch. We're getting back from lunch. Fucked up, dude. You need to get there so early. Whoa. That one's good. 6 cents. Again, we're flowing down Andrew Shirley's page. It's going to be a short blog. I'm going to hop over to Amon's page and I'm going to mention something. 5 days ago, he had a little post that said, oops, there was a bit of a hiccup with the stats a bit earlier. This is much more accurate. So you can touch the stats and it shows yours when you touch and go in. And when he posts it himself, the link, it shows his stats, his name, and before it was not showing your stuff correctly and sometimes showing weird things. So this is more accurate, he says. So check out your stats. Trinese is his top fan. Aww. And his top track is Bit and Lit. And that is the top track on his page, his pinned post. So we've been listening to some Blood Oath here. Yeah, we got CP Group. Devin Bidwell, Andy Guitar Pants, Red Burns 80, and Mr. Cemetery on this track. That's a big load. Put a like. Dropping the likes. Dropping the likes. Dropping the likes. Likes. Did I likes it all? He says I likes it all. I likes it all. I likes it all. Ooh. All right, guys. Like I said, it's going to be a short blog because right now, what time is it? It's 10:30. I'm going to put the blog up to load and go to bed and see you guys in the morning. When I start liking some stuff in the morning, and that'll be it. When I finally get to Boeing, I'll do that. Before I go in, when I'm just waiting for the time. All right, you guys. That marks the end of the time for Idiot Blog. 298. I will be back soon. In full force. Later. We are music.